My boss promoted my coworker into the role I'd been promised, then told me to train her. I found the email where he called me a placeholder. I was told I'd be promoted to team lead in January, verbally, twice, by my manager Greg, once in a one-on-one, and once in front of the whole team during a meeting. In March, the role went to a coworker who'd been at the company 4 months. I was asked to train her. My name is Farah, I'm 29, and I'd been at that company for 6 years, longer than anyone else on the team, including Greg. I asked Greg what happened to the promotion he'd promised. He said, quote, "Things shifted. Leadership wanted someone with a fresher perspective, nothing personal. You're still valued here." I asked what fresher perspective meant, specifically, compared to 6 years of actually knowing the job. He said, quote, "Let's not make this bigger than it is. You're still a key part of the team, just not in that particular seat right now." I agreed to train her because I needed the job, and because I still didn't fully understand what had actually happened behind the decision. 2 weeks into training her, I was CC'd on an email by accident. Meant for another manager, not me. Greg had written, quote, "Farah's solid, but she's more of a placeholder type. Good for now. Not who we build the department around long term." Placeholder. 6 years, and that was the word. I didn't respond to the email. I forwarded it to my personal account and kept training her, because I needed time to figure out what I actually wanted to do with it. 3 weeks later, in a one-on-one, Greg asked how training was going, and mentioned, casually, that once she was fully ramped up, quote, "We might look at restructuring your role to something more supportive, behind the scenes." I asked what supportive meant. He said, quote, "Less client-facing, more admin support for the team. Still important work, just a different shape. A demotion." Framed as a shape change. I asked directly if this had anything to do with the promotion I was promised in January. He said, quote, "I think you're reading into a lot of things that aren't there." I pulled up the email on my phone and read it back to him. Word for word, placeholder type, not who we build the department around. He didn't say anything for a long moment. Then he said, quote, "That email wasn't meant for you to see, and honestly, taking things out of context isn't going to help your case here." I told him there was no context that changed what those words meant. I went to HR the same day, with the email forwarded and timestamped. The HR representative, a woman named Priscilla, read it twice, then said, quote, "This is going to require a formal review. I want to be transparent that this isn't a small matter." The review took 5 weeks. I kept training the coworker the entire time because nobody told me to stop, and I wasn't going to sabotage someone who hadn't done anything wrong personally. Last Friday, Priscilla called me in. She said, quote, "Based on the review, we're restructuring the department, and we'd like to offer you the team lead position, effective immediately, along with back pay adjustment to January. Greg was moved to a different department entirely, quote, pending further review of management practices," according to Priscilla. I start the new role Monday. The coworker I trained is staying on my team, and I don't hold what happened against her. She didn't write that email. I spent 6 years assuming loyalty would eventually be noticed on its own. It took one accidental email to actually get seen.